Double Down University. I'm back with you guys with another NFL prospects video. And today I will be going over the Chicago Bears versus the Detroit Lions matchup. I have two props for you guys in this game. I have Justin Fields over 264.5 passing and rushing yards. And then I also have Amon-Ra St. Brown over 75.5 receiving yards, as you can see there. So let's get into it. So first off, I want to start with Justin Fields. One thing that took me by surprise, looking through his numbers and looking at just the matchup with the Lions and how well he's had success against the Lions, looking at his history against the Lions. So in his last three games rushing against the Lions, they gave up 104 yards to him his last game. Then they also gave up 132 yards the game before that, and then 147 3 games ago against them. So I really like that as well in this matchup. And then also just from a passing perspective, he's went over 160 yards twice out of the last 3. So he's had 169 and 167. Then he had that one bad game where he had 75 yards passing against the Lions. But if he can put up those type of rushing numbers, as combine that with like a little bit over, like 150, 160 passing yards, he should easily go over this line of 264.5. And then also Detroit runs man coverage at the 12th highest rate in the league. And what that does is when you run man coverage, a lot of times the cornerbacks' backs are turned. So if the initial pass rush doesn't get there, and the let's say all the receivers on the outside are running deep routes down the field, it opens up running lanes for him to be able to take off. As long as he can beat that linebacker in the middle of the field or that overhang defender that normally hangs over on the edge if they're running like a 3-4 type of scheme instead of a 4-3. So if he can find running lanes, he should be able to take off and get good gains against this Detroit Lions team. Now let's go look at their game log against for Detroit. Let's see. So against quarterbacks, let's see, rushing yards. So the last couple weeks, they haven't faced any like real mobile quarterback except for like Jordan Love. He can run a little bit. He had 39 yards against them. As you can see, Justin Fields with 104. Lamar had 36 rushing yards, but he rushed the ball 9 times. He scored. Patrick Mahomes had 45. So he seems like the only one to be able to get off on this team. But I think that he's going to be more of a passer in this situation than a runner. So I think he can surpass this passing. I do like his passing attempts as well as his completions as well. That's something that you could hedge this with, because if he clears his this prop, he's probably going to clear his completions if he's going to throw for over 169 yards, unless he gets like a couple like big plays. But I just see him dipping and dunking the ball down the field, being able to score. So I really like that prop. And then moving on to St. Brown, same thing with him. He has a really good history against the Bears. He's had, out of his last 3 games, he's had 2 out of his last 3. He went over this 75.5 line at 77 yards. His last matchup, he had 8 receptions on 11 targets. He had 10 catches on 11 targets for 119 3 games ago. But recently, as of late, he's been getting a lot of targets. Like, he's getting like 15 targets, 19 targets, 9, 11, and 6. And if you're ever going to take somebody, you want to take the person that has the highest volume, that's going to get the ball a lot, to be able to give you that cushion to be able to go over these lines, these high lines. But I really like this total for him. He's went over this total in every game except for 1 game, and it's out of his last 7. So 6 out of his last 7, he's went over this line of 65.5. So I really like this prop for him. If you guys want to get it in early, because I know like closer to game time, this may bump up to like 77 or something like that, or 66 or 76. So I will get it in now as opposed to wait till later. So the 2 props that I really like in this matchup is Justin Fields over 264.5 passing and rushing yards, as well as Amon-Ra St. Brown over 75.5 receiving yards. So those are my two. I appreciate you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you.